Namaste, Mama. Today we'll be focusing on alleviating pregnancy discomforts. Specifically, we're focusing on issues that most commonly arise in the second trimester, although you may experience these discomforts at any point during your pregnancy journey. You may also not experience any of these discomforts, but just in case you do, you'll have movement, yoga poses, and breath work to hopefully help. Today's yoga flow will focus on issues around digestion, such as nausea, heartburn, and constipation. We'll also try to alleviate some of those physical discomforts like round ligament pain, sciatica, low back pain, and leg cramps. We'll even address more harder to talk about issues like incontinence and anxiety. Let's begin with meditation. Place one hand on your baby and one hand on your heart. Close your eyes, find supportive posture, and take deep breaths in and out. Just taking a moment to slow down and connect deeper to your baby and to your pregnancy. Feel your baby inside, feel the warmth beneath your hand, and feel your breath moving down to your hand, bringing more energy of your breath to your baby. Begin to notice the length of your inhales and your exhales. Begin to set the intention to balance both sides of your breath. So breathing in just as long and deep as you breathe out. As you create this balance in your breath, it helps to balance the thoughts in your mind, keeping you focused, keeping you here with your practice and with your baby. When you breathe in this way, balancing inhales and exhales, you start to find physical balance in your body. Everything begins to flow better, and you feel more peaceful. And as you breathe into balancing your inhales and exhales, also know that this can be a natural analgesic, a natural pain reliever. So remembering this breath when you need it down the road in labor and in birth, creating a peaceful experience, helping to alleviate discomfort. Good, just a few more breaths with your baby, showing gratitude for this entire journey that you're on, all of the experiences, knowing that it will all be worth it once your baby arrives. Bring your hands together at your heart. Blink your eyes open. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, pull your hands to your heart. Let's do that 2 more times. If your legs are crossed, switch the cross in your legs. We'll start with stretching our neck, just looking left and right. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, continuing to sit in supportive posture. Good, 1 more each way. Once you return to center, inhale, look up, and exhale, look down. Continue moving, looking up and down. Good, one more, and then we'll leave our chin at chest, breathing down the back of our neck and shoulders. This can also help to clear out your sinus passages if you're having any congestion. Another common discomfort in pregnancy. Good, let's roll our ears to shoulders, side to side, passing through the chest each time. So we're not doing a full circle all the way around, just a half circle. Moving through your chest. One more each way. And then return to center. Let's move on to opening up our wrists. You're going to squeeze your hands into fists and roll those around in circles. And then to balance out, take it the other way. Keep circling, but open up your hands. Maybe you get some more movement through your wrists, elbows, and shoulders. And then to balance, take it the other way. And finally, spread your fingers wide, just circle out your thumbs. And take it the other way. Good, relax, roll your shoulders down and back. Working out any tension here. We tend to hold a lot of stress in our neck and shoulders. Good, just one more. And then rest your hands on your knees or your thighs. We'll take a gentle seated twist, keeping your belly forward. Look over your left shoulder. No compression or twisting in the belly. Good, take it the other way. And back into center. Bring your legs out to a straddle. Once you find your straddle, just sit tall. We're going to start working on that issue with leg cramps. So the number one thing to remember is if you have a leg cramp or if you're experiencing leg cramps, you don't want to point your toes. If you point your toes, it can make you cramp more or make the issue worse. However, flexing your feet, flexing your toes can really help to alleviate those cramps. So we're going to do a few flexions through our feet and legs just to help with that. Go ahead and flex your feet now. Test that out. Feel the stretch through your calves, maybe behind your knees and thighs. Good, go ahead and release. Let's do this with breath. Take an inhale, stay relaxed. Exhale, flex your feet back. Good, inhale, relax. Exhale, flex. Inhale, relax. One more time, exhale and flex. And just relax. Awesome. Shake out those legs if you need to. So we'll do this again. This time we're going to hold the flex in our feet. So go ahead and take that flex. And then as you're holding the flex, I want you to squeeze through your thighs, your hips, your glutes. Really squeeze throughout your entire leg. Now, can you continue to flex your feet, but relax through those places you just squeezed? Good, again, keeping the feet flexed the whole time. We squeeze through our thighs, our hips, our glutes. And we stay flexed as we relax. You've just got one more. Keep flexing, squeeze through your legs and your glutes. And then relax it all, including your feet. Awesome job, mama. Take your time walking forward just to release your low back. Relax your legs fully now, stretching into your inner thighs. Good, walk back up. Let's transition into tabletop, hands and knees. From tabletop, move into a cat back stretch. On an inhale, wrap around baby with your abdominals, relax your head. Exhale, just return to neutral spine. Inhale, a little hug and squeeze with your abs around baby. Exhale, neutral spine. Good. Keep going. Inhale for cat back stretch. Exhale for tabletop. Two more. Good. Back into center. Start to do some hip swings. So on an inhale, swing your left hip over and look around your left shoulder. Exhale, swing your right hip to the right and look around your right shoulder. Inhale, swing and look left. Exhale, swing and look right, and keep moving just side to side. Swaying your hips, loosening up your low back if you have any tightness there. Make sure you're breathing. Good, one more each way. And then slow it all back down. Have a seat on your knees. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your knees, you can always pad them with a blanket, or you can fold up your mat, creating some extra cushion. You could also fold up your mat behind your feet if your feet were tight. And if it's just too intense on the knees because your quads are tight, you can sit up higher on a blanket, pillow, or block. Otherwise, we want to try to focus on just sitting on the knees because this helps with elimination. So constipation is a very big issue in pregnancy, and this usually arises just from the prenatal vitamins. So you're usually consuming more iron, but this can make our bathroom experience not so fun. So if you are feeling a little blocked up, you might want to try sitting here on your knees. Now, if you're tight within your quads and your hip flexors, this will affect your ability to eliminate. So we want to focus on softening the legs, just relaxing through the legs. Remember that feeling of release as you let go of that squeeze we just did in a straddle? We want to feel nice and loose here. And when it comes to elimination, we want to practice getting our body in tune with letting go and softening. This doesn't always just apply to digestion, but when you're pregnant, it applies to the birth of your baby. You want to be able to release and let go easily. Good. One more breath here. And then we'll add on, we're going to take a gentle twist. Again, your belly always stays forward, but we can just look over our shoulder. Good. And then take it to the other side. So these gentle seated twists really help with digestion. They help to get everything moving. Good. Back into center. Let's move back into our tabletop. From tabletop, take a calf stretch. Reach your left foot behind, toes on the ground, and press through your heels. So notice how this flexes your foot. Again, helping to stretch out your legs, preventing those leg cramps, or maybe just alleviating soreness if you've already been experiencing the cramps. Good, switch sides. One more breath. Back into center. Let's move to our first downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Just begin to move in any way that feels good. You can widen up your feet for space. You can walk it out, bend your knees, straighten your legs, sway your hips. Wherever you're at, relax your head. Take deep breaths in and out. Good. One more breath. Find some stillness. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Make your way up to standing. Once you arrive in standing, let's go to anti-heartburn stretch. So we're going to reach one hand up like we're grabbing onto a piece of fruit off of a tall, tall tree. We're going to grab onto that fruit and we're pulling it back down to our heart. Good. Other side, reaching up, grabbing a piece of fruit off of a tall, tall tree, pulling it back down to you. Good. Let's go side to side, just reaching up, pulling down. So heartburn is really common in pregnancy. It usually happens in the second trimester because our uterus is growing, and this presses up on the rib cage, and all of that pressure kind of forces the acid from our stomach up to our esophagus. And also it's pushing our stomach up closer to our esophagus. Your organs shift when you're pregnant. And then while you're pregnant, you have more estrogen and progesterone. And these hormones help your body to be a little bit more relaxed, but that includes the muscles around your esophagus. So it's just easier for the acid to come up. When we do this anti-heartburn stretch, we're helping to lift our rib cage off our uterus, and we're also helping to create more length along this GI sphincter. Good, one more each way. And then just back into neutral. Let's move into some hip circles. Your hands can go wherever they want. You're just gonna move your hips around like a slow hula hoop, letting it feel good. Keeping the body loose and relaxed. Go ahead and switch the direction of your circle. Working out those hips. Good, we're gonna keep moving with the hips, but we'll go into figure eights now, side to side, rocking and swaying. It's like you're rocking your baby in the womb. Good, go ahead and switch direction. And by the way, you might find that your baby likes these movements out of the womb. It might be very soothing on the outside because it's what they're used to. Good. And then let's just go side to side, pushing out your hips, pressing out any tightness. Maybe one more each way. And then back to center. Find your mountain pose. Now, as you ground in, your feet are under hips or maybe slightly wider. Toes are going to face forward. For this mountain pose, we'll come back to one hand on baby, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths in and out again, all the way down to your baby. Feeling your body expand and relax. And as you breathe here in your mountain pose, bring more awareness to your feet. Feel the entire of your left and right foot grounded into the earth. Feel yourself balanced over the center of your arches. You're not leaning forward or back. You're just in this present moment. Feel as if your feet are rooted down into all the roots of the trees and the plants of the earth, connecting to this grounding energy. And as you breathe, bring more awareness to your legs. Are you leaning or shifting left or right? Can you find balance? Can you equally press through your legs? And feel the stability of your mountain pose here, keeping you rooted in, keeping you grounded. Come back to the intention of balancing your breath, balancing your inhales and your exhales. We call this balanced breathing peaceful breath in prenatal yoga. As we work to balance our breath, it balances our thoughts and our mind, helping us to let go of feelings of overwhelm or anxiety. This breath may also help with nausea, helping you to feel more rooted and grounded in, helping you to feel more calm. Good. One more deep, peaceful, balanced breath. Blink your eyes open. Rest your arms by your sides. Let's step up to the top of the mat. Ground into your mountain. Inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, fold down to your thighs. Inhale, gaze and look out to a half lift. Exhale, come down into your tabletop. From tabletop, move to child's pose, taking your knees wide, sending your hips back, lowering your head down wherever you can go. No compression on the belly, so you can always stack fists to forehead or lower down to your hands. Wherever you're at, you want to find a place where you can soften your body. And come back to deep breaths in and out. Just take a moment to slow back down, come back into your peaceful breath. So this peaceful breathing can really help with feelings of anxiety, and so can this child's pose. It's like you're putting yourself into your own little bubble. Just a private space where you can breathe with yourself and with your baby. Letting go of any distractions. A great pose to take if you're feeling overwhelmed. Good. Take one more breath. Press up into tabletop. Make your way up to downward facing dog. This time we're going to hold the dog and then we're going to walk it out. So one knee at a time, we'll bend and press the opposite heel away. And then again, bend and switch, pressing opposite heel away. And just moving side to side, walking out your dog. So restless legs is pretty common in pregnancy, in addition to those leg cramps. And so this pose is kind of a double benefit. It helps to stretch your legs, and it also helps to alleviate any restlessness. Good, just one more each way. And then equally ground your heels. Walk back to your feet. Make your way up to standing. Good, bring your hands onto your hips for stability. This is your center of gravity in pregnancy. We're moving into a high lunge. Step your left foot forward and your right foot out. Just start to really press into your back heel. Feel that stretch along the back of your leg. And you can keep your hands at hips, or if you like, bring your hands to heart. Keep your shoulders relaxed here. Good. We're going to add some movement. On an inhale, straighten your legs, squeeze through your front thigh. Exhale, release back down. Good. Do it again. Inhale, straighten. If you want, you can lift your hands. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, straighten. Maybe you reach all the way up. Exhale, down. Good. Keep going 2 more times. Really driving your back heel away as you lower. Good. Hold the lunge. Take a moment to slow it down. And step up to the top. Let's switch to the other side. Bring your hands to hips, your right foot forward, left foot back. Finding your high lunge. Make sure all your toes are facing forward. So you can widen up your feet if you need to across your mat. Once you find your balance, bring your hands together at your heart. Relax your shoulders. Drive your back heel away. Let's add the movement. On an inhale, rise and lift. Exhale, lower back down. If you want, add the hands. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, lower down. 3 more times. Stretching that back leg every time you lower. Let's do 1 more. And then just hold the lunge, finding some stillness, feeling that stretch through your leg. Good. Step up to the top of your mat. Let's take a moment just to shake it out. So we're going to go side to side, just swinging the arms, bending your knees, lifting your heels. We call this elephant trunk arms. And this is a really nice pose to do to help with digestion. So coming back to that issue of constipation, if you're feeling a little blocked up, sometimes we just need to get the body moving so we can shake it out with this elephant trunk pose, or maybe do some moving lunges or any other type of movement that feels good for the body. Good, we're just going to do 1 more each way and then slow it all back down. and move on to warrior two. So bring your hands to your hips again. Step your left foot to the top of your mat. Turn your right foot out 90 degrees. Bend into your front knee. Take your arms long and strong. Make sure your front heel is aligned with your back arch. Keep your shoulders relaxed over your hips. We'll add movement. Flip your palms. Inhale, reach and rise up. Squeeze through your legs and straighten. Exhale, lower back down. Good, keep going. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, lower, knees tracking forward every time you lower. Good, we're gonna do two more. Good, hold the warrior two, take a deep breath, and then bring your hands to hips, straighten your legs. Let's move to the other side, so switching right foot forward, left foot out. Take your arms long and strong, breathing into your warrior two, really grounding into your feet. Once you feel balanced, flip your palms, add the movement. Inhale, reach and rise. Exhale, lower back down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. Good. Keep breathing, keep moving. Feeling all this energy and heat you're creating. Last time, hold the warrior two. Deep breath in and out. Relax. Awesome job, Mama. Come back into standing. So we're going to do another type of breath work today called cooling breath. And there's two different ways that you can do this. So if you can roll your tongue, you're going to hold that roll in your tongue. If you can't roll your tongue, you're going to press the tip of your tongue to the back of your two front teeth. So when we inhale, we'll make that motion and breathe the air in through our mouth. On an exhale, close your mouth, exhale through your nose, and maybe even take a swallow. Let's try this. I'll start by rolling the tongue. Inhale. Exhale. Good, let's try it again. Maybe just press the tip of your tongue to your teeth. Exhale. And try it one more time. Exhale. So it's almost like you're sipping in the breath, and this is similar to the way that an animal pants, like a dog, to help cool themselves off. So this is a really great breath to use to cool you off if you're having like a hot flash, or maybe down the road in labor if you're getting overheated. This is also great to help relieve with nausea, especially if your nausea is coming on because you're feeling hot. And this can also possibly help with heartburn, helping to cool that heat that comes up. Let's try it one more time, sipping in the air. Exhale and maybe swallow. Really good. So if you have heartburn, you want to avoid any sort of standing forward fold. It just makes it easier for that acid to come up with the help of gravity. So if you're experiencing heartburn right now, you're not going to do this pose. But if you're feeling good, you're going to take a wide standing fold. Feet go wide across your mat, toes face forward, legs are straight. Walk down your legs or just fold and release. Relax your head. Just feel yourself letting go here. You may touch the ground, you may not. This is a really nice release for your low back and stretches down the back of your legs. Good, just one more breath. And take your time coming up. So let's come back to the issue of heartburn. I mentioned that you don't want to do any standing folds, but what you do want to do is lift your rib cage up off your uterus, create more space. So let's try this with a side angle. Bring your hands to your hips. Again, your left foot goes forward, right foot out like you would do a warrior two pose. Go ahead and bend into your knee, and when you're ready, bring your front hand down to your thigh. Now we're just trying to stretch out our side body here, stretching out through obliques and ribs. If you want to go deeper, you can lower down to your elbow, palm up. Stay right here, or if you want more, you can reach your top arm up, really feeling that opening and that stretch. Good, you could also reach up with your hand on your thigh instead, it doesn't matter. Just breathe into your side body. Good, one more breath. And we'll release and rise back up. Let's try side angle on the other side. When you're ready, come into your warrior two legs. Bring your hand down to your thigh. You can go lower if you'd like. You can also reach your arm up, feel that opening. Nice deep breaths here. Helping to hopefully alleviate any heartburn. Really good, mama. One more breath. And rise back up. Let's bring the feet back together a little closer and set up for a mama squat. So turning your toes and knees out to the corners. When you're ready, lower all the way down. Just take your time, letting go. Your hands can come to the ground if you need support. You might also have flat heels. Everybody's squats are different. Just breathe into this feeling of letting go, especially in your tailbone. So squats are really great for elimination. They're great for helping with constipation. And they also are great for birth. A lot of moms feel instinctually to give birth in a squat. It really helps to open the hips and pelvis. So this is a great pose to practice in preparation for your labor and birth. Now, the only time you would want to not squat is maybe if you're experiencing some pretty bad hemorrhoids. Another thing that comes up in pregnancy sometimes, mostly from that constipation, just too much pushing. So if you're experiencing hemorrhoids, you might want to avoid a squat, but otherwise you can drop down low and stretch it out. Really good. Let's keep our legs and our knees and our toes all in the same direction. Find the strength in your lower body. Press all the way back up to standing. Let's address that feeling of restlessness in the legs again. So you're going to start by grounding into your mountain pose, and we're just going to squeeze through the thighs. So as you squeeze, you might feel your kneecaps lift up a little bit. Good, hold that squeeze, and then just release and relax. Let's do this with breath. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze through your legs and your glutes and your hips. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze. Let's do one more. Relax and squeeze. Really, really good. Let's move into standing pelvic tilts. Step your feet a little bit wider than your hips, toes are forward. Keep your knees bent the entire time. On an inhale, you're going to tuck your tailbone under. On an exhale, drive your tailbone away. Inhale, tuck your tailbone under. Exhale, drive your tailbone away. Good, keep going. Rocking the tailbone back and forth, just again loosening up any low back tightness. Giving your baby a little bit of a squeeze. This is also some pelvic floor work. Strengthening those deep internal muscles of the pelvic bowl. Good. Let's do maybe one more pelvic tilt each way. And then come back into center. Moving into tree pose, we'll challenge our balance today. Start by bringing your hands onto your hips for center of gravity. Shift your weight into your left leg, bend your right knee, and turn it out. Now, this might be enough for you, especially if you're dealing with sciatica. So this is a pose that helps relieve that because we're opening up our hip. But if you have tightness right now, it might be intense enough where you are. If you want to add more challenge, you can stack your heel over your ankle or bring your foot up to your calf. We just don't want to press our foot on our knee. So if you want to go higher, make sure your foot is above your knee. Good. So wherever your tree pose is, just start to hold and find a focal point. Find something that's not moving. You can always take your hands somewhere else as well. And also focusing on your breath, feeling deep inhales and exhales, matching in equal length, finding peaceful breathing. Remember that when we balance our breath, it helps bring more physical balance into our body. Really good. One more breath. Lower back down. Bring your hands back to your hips, shift your weight into your right leg, bend your knee and turn it out. Decide where you want to go on this side of your tree pose. It might be different than the other side. Once you feel balanced, take your hands wherever you want. Just relax into your breath. Relax your shoulders. Peaceful breathing as you balance with your baby. Feeling yourself grounded. Really good. Let's do one more deep breath and relax back down. Moving into mountain pose at the top of your mat, ground in. Take an inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, fold down to your thighs. Inhale, gaze and look out, half lift. Exhale, come down into tabletop. We'll go to knee to chest pose. Keep your hips over your knees. Stack your fists, lower your forehead down. Wrap your abdominals around baby like a cat back. Continue holding that curve in the spine, holding that contraction of your core. Deep breaths here. Good, just one more breath. And take your time coming up. We're gonna have a seat on the knees. We're gonna work on a pose to help with round ligament pain. So this pulling, uncomfortable pulling sensation in the front of your hip, that's usually round ligament pain. And this just comes from the growth of your baby, the stretching of your uterus, especially if your baby's going through a growth spurt, which happens in pregnancy. You might feel some discomfort here in the front of your hips. So in order to do this stretch, we want to modify a yoga camel pose. Take your knees wider so you're making a V shape with your legs. Lean back into your fingertips, or if you can, go to flat palms. As you lean back into your hands, you're going to start wrapping your abdominals around baby. So you're feeling kind of this little squeeze or contraction of your core. You're going to hold that hug around baby, lift your hips, lift your heart. Feel the stretch. Keep hugging around baby the whole time. Really good. One more breath in your camel. And release back down. Good. Rise back up. We're going to transfer to a mermaid seat. Bring your left leg in the front and your right leg behind you. Once you find your mermaid seat, flex your front foot and take it farther away from you. Start to walk your hands forward into a modified half pigeon. Now you can move around here or you can just hold some stillness, whatever feels good for your body. No compression or twisting of the belly, keeping baby safe. And we want to keep this front foot flexing the whole time. So anytime we're flexing, we're stretching through our calf, helping to prevent those leg cramps. And this also helps to protect our knee. Now, as you breathe into this half pigeon, notice the hips releasing. This is a great pose for sciatica as well. Good. Maybe just one more breath. And then bring it back up to center. Let's switch to mermaid seat on the other side. Right leg in front, left leg behind. Once you settle in, flex your foot, take it farther away. Start to come down into your half modified pigeon. Anything you need for your hips here. Moving around as you keep your front foot flexed. Good. One more breath. and release. Bring your legs out in front. Once you're there, flex your feet. Feel the stretch through your calves. Your heels might lift off the ground. That's normal. Good, and relax. So we're just gonna flex through our legs again a couple of times, helping with any restlessness. Take an inhale, stay relaxed. Exhale, flex your feet and squeeze. Inhale, relax. Exhale, flex and squeeze. Inhale, relax. Flex and squeeze on your exhale. We've got one more time. Inhale, relax. Exhale, flex. Now just hold the flex and keep breathing. And we're going to do just like we did before. We're going to keep this flex and we're going to start squeezing through our legs, our thighs, our hips, our glutes. We're going to keep the feet flexed, but we soften those spaces in the legs. Good. Continuing to flex. Start squeezing through all of these big leg muscles. And relax, but keep your feet flexed. One more time, flexing feet and squeezing all the way through, including your glutes. And then release it all. Just shake it out for a moment. Let's go back to targeting any sciatica or low back tightness. Cross your left foot over your right. Let your ankle hang off just above your knee. Lean back into your hands. Pull your right knee up for a half fire log. Again, we want to keep our top foot flexed. And if you need more, you can start to press your top knee away from your body. Mindful not to collapse in your shoulders. Really press strong through your triceps. Good. Breathing into your hip. Take one more breath. And then we'll move to full fire log. So we're going to stack our shins and align our knees and feet. Now, if this is too intense, you can bring your foot more to the inside of your knee and leg. But you are trying to stack the shins as much as possible. You can start to add some pressure on this left side if you need it, or just lean forward. Breathing into your full fire log. Letting go of any other tension in your body. Keep your jaw and your shoulders relaxed. Take one more breath. And release, shaking it out. We're going to move to the other side. Right foot crosses over left leg just above the knee. And then lean back, pull it all up. Breathe into your half fire log. Good, just one more breath here. And then lower into full fire log, stacking your shins, aligning your feet and your knees, working on any openness in this right side below the knee. We're just trying to close that off. You can lean forward if you need to. Relax the rest of your body. Good. One more breath here. And release. Take the legs long. You're just going to shake them out for a moment. Let everything go. And then bring your legs into a butterfly. Soles of the feet together. And we're going to sit nice and tall here for now. So anytime we're opening our hips, it helps with low back tightness. It can also help with sciatica. You might want to lean forward slightly, but keep your back flat and shoulders relaxed here. This is also a great pose to help with any constipation. It helps to release those hip flexors, relaxing down through the quads, just like we did when we were seated on our knees. Good. If you're leaning forward, just come back up to a neutral position, shoulders over hips. We're going to stay here in our butterfly today as we do our pelvic floor work. So begin to close your eyes, and for now, just breathe deeply down to your baby and back out. With each exhale, feel your legs relaxing more, feel more space opening up in your hips. And start to feel your breath moving into those spaces deep down below your belly. Breathing all the way in and out. Breathing down to your cervix, breathing down to your pelvic floor. And as we do this strength work, you can just follow along with eyes closed, or if you need visual guidance, you can open your eyes and watch my hand. Start by taking a deep breath in and out. On your next inhale, keep your pelvic floor relaxed. On your exhale, feel a slight lift and squeeze. Inhale, relax, let it go. Exhale, slight lift and squeeze. Inhale, relax and release. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Inhale, relax and let it go. Exhale, lift and squeeze. Continue with your own guidance, your own breath. Just a few more rounds here to strengthen these muscles. Good, maybe one more round. And then just return to normal breathing with eyes closed. Noticing the new strength you've created, noticing any other sensations or emotions. Good, one more breath. And blink your eyes open. So our prenatal Kegel, this pelvic floor strengthening that we're doing, this can help with a number of discomforts. We've talked about constipation a couple of times. This will help you be able to eliminate easier. It helps these muscles train to relax. This is also good to help prevent hemorrhoids because this eliminates that need to push so hard. It just helps you to use the muscles of your pelvic floor and use your breath to release. And also strengthening your pelvic floor will help with incontinence. Now, in pregnancy, incontinence is pretty common, especially if you laugh or sneeze. We just have a lot of extra weight into our pelvic floor muscles with this baby. And so it's hard for them to connect and engage. It's completely normal to pee yourself in pregnancy. However, you might pee yourself less if you work on your pelvic floor. This pelvic floor strength work also really helps after labor and birth when you're starting to heal all of these muscles. It just helps everything come back together a little quicker and will also help with any future incontinence that may arise. Let's go to a seated pelvic tilt. Bend your knees, bring your feet onto the ground, and take hold behind your legs. On an inhale, you're going to rock your tailbone under, lean back slightly. On an exhale, you're going to drive your tailbone back and lean forward. Inhale, rock it under. Exhale, lean forward. Good, keep going, just rocking this tailbone back and forth. This helps to loosen up the low back. This can also help with sciatica. Really good. Let's just do a few more, breathing with it. Good, one more time. And relax. We will move on to our challenge pose. Today we're going to be lying on our side. We'll be doing some leg lifts. And I know that there's some guidance out there that you shouldn't lay on your right side in your pregnancy, but I just want to let you know that we're not going to be lying on our side for very long, so it's okay today. Let's actually start on the right side. So lowering down. As you lower down to your side, you're going to bend your bottom leg. Your top leg is straight. Support your head in your hands. Now, we don't want to point our toe. We want to keep it flexed the whole time, mindful of those leg cramps. And then we're just going to lift and lower our leg, keeping our foot flexed the entire time. Really good. So working on some glute and some leg strength here. And also building a little bit of heat. So when we bring heat into our muscles, it does help them stretch a little bit easier. Good. Also remember that this is a challenge pose, so we're going to do it for about 60 to 90 seconds. We want to bring on some intensity so that we can learn to peacefully breathe through it. We have to learn to breathe through some of these discomforts. Helps to train us for labor and birth when we go through those surges. Good. If you're feeling a burning sensation in your leg, that's okay. Keep breathing, keep going. You're almost done, mama. All right, let's go for 3 and 2 and 1 and relax. All right, we'll add a stretch. Bend your knee, reach back for your foot. No pulling sensation on your belly. This is actually another pose to help with round ligament pain. So you want to wrap your abdominals around baby. Give baby that little squeeze. Then press your hips forward. Maybe your heart. You can also press your foot back more, but keep the engagement around your abs. Good, just one more breath. And release back down. Let's try our challenge pose on the other side. So remembering that our surges don't just happen once in labor, they happen multiple times. So as you lower down, keep your knee bent on the bottom. Keep your top foot flexed, support your head. As you settle into your final resting pose, just start to deepen your breath, clear your mind, balancing out all of this work that you did with rest. Taking time now to find stillness and rest with your baby. Start to let go of that need to balance your breath. Now just let your breath flow. No need to control. And no need to control your body, just letting your muscles relax as well.
Feel the muscles in your face relaxing around your eyes, your jaw, your tongue, your throat. Feel the heaviness of the head, neck, and shoulders as you sink down. Relax through your arms. Relax your hands and your fingers. Soften through your heart space and around your rib cage. Soften the sides of your body. Relax all the muscles down your spine. Start to soften your abdominals and your pelvic floor. Soften your belly. Soften your legs. Relax your feet and your toes. Relax your whole body. And as you relax your body, relax your mind. Just let all of your thoughts go for now. Very gently take your time coming back and more aware. Feel yourself taking deeper breaths as you move your fingers and toes or anything else you need to move. And when you're ready, begin to press up to seated. As you arrive in your comfortable seat, place one hand on your baby, one hand on your heart. Come back to these deep, balanced breaths, equal length between inhale and exhale. Peacefully breathing with your baby. And also notice yourself not only breathing into the front side of your body, but also feeling your breath move into the back side, so into your low back and your hips, into the back of your lungs, into your shoulder blades and the back of your neck. So just as much as the front side of your body expands and receives breath, so does the back side. And also, as you breathe, feel the sides of your body expanding, the sides of your rib cage, your outer hips, the sides of your belly. As you breathe deeply, feel all 360 degrees of your body expanding and receiving that prana. And then feel all parts of your body relaxing on your exhale, releasing any tension. Breathing all the way in, all the way out, helping to make you feel more calm and relaxed and peaceful. Helping you to expand through your energy and to release any stress that may be holding you back from the joy of this journey. As you breathe deeply, take these final moments to set any intentions for the journey that you're on, or to send any messages down to your baby. Bring your hands together at your heart. Gently lift your heart to head, bow your head to heart, sealing in gratitude for your body, for your breath, and for your baby. Know that all of these discomforts will be worth it in the end. Keeping your eyes closed, inhale, reach overhead, join your palms, open mouth, exhale down to the heart. And we'll do it again. One more cleansing breath. The light in me honors the light in you, Mama. May you find relief through this journey. May you navigate it all with peace and ease. Namaste.